Hey, how you doing, Salisbury Falcons? Coach Masters here with you for another week of Press Upward. Yeah, remember, hey, forget those things that are behind, reaching forward to the things that are ahead. We want to press, okay? Press towards the goal, which is always love. Hey, it's patient, it's kind, it protects, it has your teammates' backs. Don't forget that. And then we'll get that prize, okay? And that prize sometimes is that upward call for your life, for your team. The prize could be the win. Man, this week's word we're going to talk about is spirit. Hey guys, I want to do the definition of spirit for you. All right, that's the most important thing we're going to talk about this week is spirit. And here is a belief statement we're going to go through today. All right, that belief statement is we don't have a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. We're going to break that down today and how it fits as an athlete. I'm going to say it one more time. If you get these three words in you, power, love, self-discipline, or self-mind, either one of those will work. But the definition of spirit is this. It's the vital, dynamic force that characterizes if a person's alive. I mean, do you have a spirit in you? When it comes to believe, know what's right, do what's right, the spirit of the athlete, here's a great truth. It's the spirit that brings life. And basically, your flesh or your body is useless. Without the spirit, you can bench press 280 if you want. But if your heart don't kick in and you don't take that 280 bench press with everything you got from the soles of your feet to the top of your head, then your strength is useless. You have nothing. It's the spirit that powers that strength. It's like sticking the plug into the outlet, okay? That outlet brings you power when you stick that plug into it. So let's go over one more time the belief statement, okay? It's this, okay? That the spirit always brings life. Look at the guy next to you and say, you know what? The spirit brings life. Yeah, tell him that. Because what spirit did you just bring into your locker room? Is it a spirit of love? Is it a spirit of power and energy? Is it a spirit that has a sound mind? It's at peace when you play? So let's break this thing down. Let's break these three words down because it's really important to understand it. The sound mind aspect is the mental aspect. As an athlete thinks in their heart, so they are. The smarts of the athlete. Let's take a look at our two object lessons today. When I think about the mind, it's so important. Is your mind or the feelings or your emotions being controlled by outward forces? If that is, like a penalty or someone boos you or you have a bad play or the weather's bad, are you a thermometer? Okay? The bottom line is that's the outside forces controlling you. You can either be a thermometer or you can have positive self-talk on the inside of you saying, you know what, I'm going to press to be a force this week. I mean, that's a great term. You be the thermometer, you set the temperature, you bring the heat, man. That's what I'm talking about, press to be force. Press to be a force. Say it again after me. I say press to be, you say force. Press to be? Yeah, you got it. The force. You're now the thermostat. The thermostat always dials up the temperature. What's the temperature it dials up at? It dials up power, it dials up self-control, it dials up peace, it dials up faithfulness, it dials up energy, I'm getting fired up, it dials up perseverance, it comes from the soles of my feet to the top of my head and I just bring it. I'm dialing that up for this game because here's the bottom line. I got to think like this, okay? Bottom line is this. Self-pity is like a drug, man. We got to get rid of self-pity and put this into our mind. If it's to be this Friday night or this game day, if it's to be, then you know what? It's up to me, and I got to be the thermostat. I can't be controlled by outward forces. So here, the bottom line, I got a great quote from Vince Lombardi. It says this, the spirit, the will to win, the will to excel are the things that endure. These qualities are so much more important than the events that occur. Vince Lombardi. Now remember, go right back to the beginning, right? I said we have a spirit, what? Of power, love, and sound mind. We just did the sound mind, now we're going to do love. What does love bring? I'll tell you what love brings. It has the ability to forgive your teammates. Are you able to forgive your teammates? Are you able to cover them and their mistakes? Do your words bring inspiration? And here's what happens. When you love your teammates, you're going to bring a joy to your locker room. You're going to bring a peace to your locker room. Hey, you're going to bring faithfulness to your locker room. You're going to build a great culture when you bring that type of spirit of love. So let's get down to the last aspect of this thing, okay? The power aspect, because everybody wants the power. How do we get the power anyway? I'm going to give you two quick things on how we get the power. Number one, you have to have positive self-talk, which fires yourself up. And I guess we could transgress or go back to the love aspect. When you encourage your teammates, that changes their spirit and fires them up also. You got to hang out with guys that are going to sharpen you and bring the spirit that you want to be. Hang with those guys. That's why it's so important to love one another. Remember I said though, the spirit is willing and the body is weak. So what do? We got to battle weary. You got to fight through the things. I love the story of Jay Fielder. Okay, not Jay Feely. He's a kicker. Jay Fielder. Okay, he's the quarterback for the Dolphins in the early 2000s, about 2003. Okay, they're going against the Bears. They're down in Miami Stadium. Okay, Joe Robbie, you know the place, right? Okay, so down at Joe Robbie, Fielder gets in there. First ball he throws is a pick. People start booing him, right? Because the Dolphins ain't doing so good. Next one he throws another pick. 60,000 people booing him. You know what? Hey man, they were trying to mess up his thermostat. They wanted him to become a thermometer. They were dealing with his emotions, his feelings, man. 60,000 people. Hey, then as the game goes on, he takes a big hit and really gets knocked out of the game. But he goes back in anyway. This was before concussion protocol. He goes back in. Well, the Dolphins are losing in the fourth quarter. What does Fielder do? Oh, nothing but with 8 seconds to go, he crosses over the goal line and wins the game for the Dolphins. Look at me. Athletes, I don't care what sport you're playing, what you're doing, man. You got to battle weary. You're going to be tired. Your body's going to say no. Your spirit's got to say no to your body and keep pushing it. You got to be the thermostat. The spirit's the inside stuff, man. You got to keep pushing. Discipline yourself to make proper decisions. You know, you got to have faith that keeps moving forward. What does that mean? Well, you know what? If it's a loose ball in soccer, maybe, you know, you're the guy that's going after that thing. You know, but in football, you know, it's on the goal line. It's you and the guy across from you. If it's to be, it's up to me. I got to take that guy. If there's a loose ball, who's going to get it? It's mine. It's the spirit that gets that ball. Okay? If there's a ball thrown up real high, guess what the bottom line is? Who's going to go get it? The guy with the greater spirit. The guy that wants it more. I guess maybe spirit can be just put it like that. Who wants it more? I'll make it really simple. Do you want it more? And if you do, then press to be a force this week. Use that maybe as your positive self-talk. Press to be a force. Or maybe this will work for you. If it's to be, it's up to me. When it comes to team, though, if it's to be, it's up to we. Now here's how I want you to close up. We've got to value our teammates, right? How do we value them? Connect 3. You got to give them that good eye contact. You got to give them that good handshake. And then inspire them. Inspire them with this week. Press to be a force. Man, you are a force. Press to be a force. Hey, last but not least, man, don't forget. Love never fails. If you're walking in that, you got the goal. And we will not fail. Neither will you. See you next week.